I went to Japan!
That man and his merch.
Hello and welcome to That Man. This is the merchandise I bought while in Japan. Yes, it's time to look at merchandise, and this is going to be part one of a two-part thing because I'm still unpacking a lot of things, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff here, especially if you like One Piece. There's a lot of One Piece, I'm not going to lie. So I was in Japan for 2 weeks and I bought quite a bit. First up, I went to Universal and I got this lovely mug with my meal. Yeah, it was Luffy, Zoro or Sanji. I picked Luffy because I don't really like Sanji. And yeah, it was a nice thing to put beer in and all of that jazz. Universal was really expensive. I did buy some t-shirts, which I will try and do at another point. Along with that, I also got this nice Gundam one from the Gundam Cafe. This was being used as my primarily water bottle because it was absolutely boiling. And yeah, it kind of faded away a little bit, unfortunately, so I stopped using it. But yeah, it's still nice. It's a nice cheap bottle to go with when I need to drink some water or whatever. Next up is some Pokemon plushes. I went to the Pokemon Center and Bulbasaur is my all-time favourite Pokemon, so I had to get a Bulbasaur plush. I did want a Rapidash, but they didn't have it. So the other one I got was Rattata. Now, why did I get Rattata? The reason being is that I've always wanted to do a Youngster Joey cosplay and just be around, like, ring people and just be like, top percentage and whatever. And yeah, I thought I'd pick it up. It was nice and cheap and it was quite cute. So yeah, I can't complain about them. Bulbasaur looks a bit derpy in my eyes. I don't know why. He just looks like he's got a weird grin on. One thing I did notice with the Pokemon Center ones is that the quality wasn't quite as high as I kind of expected with some of them. Bulbasaur was hard to find as well. There was only like 1 or 2 Bulbasaurs left, so I was just like, yeah, I'm going to get Bulbasaur because I have to. I also picked up this as well. Just a little Bulbasaur figure. It was only like 300 yen or something like that. And I was like, yeah, it's nice to have more Bulbasaur stuff because he doesn't get enough love. And yeah, I thought I'd just pick these up and yeah. Speaking of plushes, I also got Chopper as Best Girl. Yes, there was a whole amount of Chopper merchandise in the One Piece store. Oh god, that was a thing on its own. We went to the One Piece store twice in Tokyo Tower. One when we went, it was part of a tour and I spent about 150 quid. And then we went again and I spent about 150 quid. Yeah, everything that had Robin on in that store I bought. Everything. And I mean everything. It's actually quite a good pair of sunglasses. So yeah, this is a finger puppet. So let's open them up, shall we? Hello, I'm an archaeologist. Who are you? Speaking of plushes as well, I went to the arcade, and I didn't win any figures. In fact, I found that it was cheaper to buy figures, but I did win one thing. The most useless thing ever to win at an arcade. Oh, well, it's cute, it's adorable. I nearly won the Megamin or what was it, Yun Yun as well in the series, but I was literally, I just tried it on first go. I was just like, oh, I've got 100 yen left. I'll try it. And as soon as I tried it, I won it straight away, and it was a nice little win. Granted, I probably spent about 2,000, 3,000 yen otherwise, but oh well, that's the problem. You can go in there and be all happy. Yeah. Stop being useless, Aqua. No, it's adorable. It's an adorable little thing. Yeah. But I did buy some prize figures and I opened up 2 of them so far. In fact, one of the things I kind of found was that it was very cheap to buy prize figures. I found a really good store when we went to see One Piece Stampede, and I spent quite a bit, by which I mean I spent a huge amount. Yeah. And 2 of the ones I bought was the Nico Robin Glitter and Glamorous figures. There we go. These are absolutely gorgeous, and I'm really enjoying this series now that it's kind of perked up a bit. Both of these were 3,000 yen for both of them. 1,500 yen each. Like, that's like equivalent, even if you just knock the digits off, it's 30 quid for 2 figures. That's like the same price as 1 figure. I think I spent 7,000 yen in a shop, and I bought these massive figures, and I bought like loads of key rings and stuff like that. Yeah, it was really cheap, so I couldn't not. So I took the boxes, unfortunately, to get them all in the suitcase, but I don't regret it. I will do proper videos on these later on because they're worth doing. And yeah, they're absolutely lovely. But the other thing that I kind of bought a lot of stuff for was blind boxes. And yeah, we had the one and only laid back camp one they had. And I was just like, yeah, that's fine, I'll buy that. And I got her, and I was happy with that. That was the only one I was probably happy with. Most of the blind boxes came out pretty darn bad. Yeah, bad times. Something else that was popular at the moment is Fire Emblem, and yeah, I saw these. I'm sure I also got Dorothea, but I haven't managed to find her when I've been unboxing everything. So I got Bernadetta and Lysithea. I like Bernadetta, she's a lot of fun, and Dorothea is quite fun, but this is the small child who destroys everything. Yeah, I don't know which character I actually like the most from Fire Emblem so far, so from what I've played out of it, but I was just like, I want to get all of the characters I do like. Yeah. Speaking of characters I do like, they did have a small pop-up shop in the cinema, and this was for stuff that was currently airing. So they had a small pop-up shop for One Piece, so I bought a few One Piece things. In fact, I need to find them. They also had a pop-up shop for stuff like Fast and Furious, Men in Black, and they also had another series which I absolutely love, which I didn't see much of in the first few days, but then saw loads of towards the end of the week, and that was Girls and Panzer. So I got 2 Yukari keyrings because it's Yukari and she is best girl, and yeah, I was really happy to see these. It was really nice. They had a giant inflatable missile as well, which I was tempted to get, but then I was just like, nah, that's just a bit silly, and I don't want to be buying silly things. Also in One Piece Tower, we did the Frankie thing, and Frankie gives you random figures. It can give you a random chance of getting a figure, or you can kind of get some keyrings. I think I got, again, this happened again with a few times. I got a Sanji one and my friend got the Robin one, so we kind of just swapped stuff, because that is how the world goes. One of the cool things I really did like was that there was a lot of stuff you could kind of just buy in terms of like nearby. So this was in Nara. Nara is a giant park with a giant Buddha statue and lots of little deer which like to eat food. So in one of the shops they had this, which was Chopper and a deer, Luffy and a deer, and they also had Robin on a lotus flower. And yeah, I had to get them because I love that concept of being able to get unique things depending on where you go. It's something that I really enjoyed, and it made souvenir hunting a lot more fun. And being able to go into a store and just be like, oh, what One Piece stuff have they got? And it's like, yeah, these. And I was like, oh, nice. And I ended up buying a few things. I think that's all I've got unpacked at the moment. But yeah, fun times. I also got a Luffy Stampede badge. This was from a blind box from the One Piece Tower. It was Luffy, I can't complain. I did get a Zoro one in another one, which I give to one of my friends because they liked Zoro a lot more, and I was just like, yeah, might as well. Also, Slime Isekai. This is the first time I saw anything Slime Isekai. I did see the price figures in one of the shops, but even buying it separately, it was quite expensive. And I do have the Nendroid on order, but this Shion, it was really adorable. They also had a Millen, which I kind of wanted, but I had to get the Shion. It was ultimately a choice because it was like 700 yen, and I was just like, yeah, that's a little bit expensive. And I'd already bought a load of keyrings. Like this is just scratching the surface of keyrings and badges and stuff I bought. But yeah, I really like Shion, especially she's just stupid and fun. So I had to pick that one up. One Piece Tower as well also does this cool little thing where you can fill out a passport book, and once you've done the passport book, you can kind of swap it for another, like a badge and stuff like that. And so I picked the Robin one. There was two designs, so it was a hard choice, but I picked the kimono one because it's slightly more different and it fits in with the Wano Chopper one I pulled in a blind box. Speaking of Chopper, we got another Chopper keyring because yay, there's I hope you guys are aware that pretty much 99% of the stuff I bought was One Piece related. Yeah, not gonna lie, I bought a lot of One Piece stuff. But yeah, this is a cute sleeping Chopper. I need to find a Robin to go with it. They only had Chopper and Sanji. In fact, one of the things I kind of found is that Robin stuff was very much sold out or on back order quite a lot of the time. She doesn't get as much merch as some of the other characters, but Law, Sabo, Chopper and Sanji, you could find them everywhere because, well, not everybody wanted them, but this was a cute little Chopper and I was just saying, yeah, I like it, I'm gonna buy it. The other ones they had was like just Sanji. Also, this is another thing, this is a nice little poster, or a tapestry or something from Nara. It had Chopper and Luffy with a deer on. I was just like, yeah, you know, I like to have these memories of the places I've been to. So I thought I'd pick that one up as well. The other stuff I bought in here was pretty much like manga and stuff like that. So the first one I had was the Viva card for Baroque Works. Like I say, I had the Nico Robin one on as the featured character, and it's got Hina on as well, and Miss Valentine. Some of my favourite characters: Bonchan, Mr. Free, Crocodile, Full Body. I like a lot of these characters, and this was actually difficult to find. The Viva cards were quite difficult. I don't know if I had the Chopper one, and I was going to pick it up and then I was like, oh, I might actually have it. I bought them religiously when they first came out, and then I kind of stopped and they released loads. But this was the one I had my eye on because it was very difficult to find, and of course it's got Robin on because, yeah, I need to buy all of the Robin stuff because I'm like that. Next up was volumes 1, 2 and 3 of One Piece Party. Now, if you guys don't know of One Piece Party, it is a fun spin-off manga in which it's just a gag thing. It usually has characters like doing stuff that you wouldn't normally see, or it has different characters in different situations. For example, one of them has Zoro going to Amazon Lily instead of Luffy. Another one is where Carrot joins them on Fishman Island, or where the characters go to save Nami and Robin from CP9, except it turns out to be the fake ones from the time skip. It is absolutely hilarious and is the gift that keeps on giving. Now, I can't read a lick of Japanese, but these were quite cheap. I think they were about 1,000 yen for all three, and the visual style, it makes you really happy. It's really nice to actually just have that visual style of these characters. And yeah, the stuff's goofy. That there was so many screenshots I was taking where I was just like, look, he's like these characters being stupid, and I was just like, yeah, I'm more than happy to keep that. One of them I did get, which was a kind of a spur of a moment, and this was kind of because I bought a few Japanese manga. I wanted to also have a Japanese light novel, and this was the obvious choice for me. They actually did have a promotion on because the new Konosuba movie's out, so you got a very nice postcard as well with Megumin on, and I just wanted to see what the difference was, and it was really nice. I mean, it feels nice to hold in your hand, and it does encompass what a light novel actually feels like. It's really nice to actually own these, and to be honest, it having Japanese manga, it feels a lot nicer than having the English one in light novels as well. We also, like I mentioned before, went to see One Piece Stampede, and I got this nice little manga with it. It's just like an art book with the characters on and stuff like that, but it's yeah, it was really nice. I will talk about One Piece Stampede at a separate video because there was a lot of great stuff to get excited about and talk about that, because it was an absolute fantastic film. One of the things that we were kind of and out about, was it going to be worth it? And my God, this movie was just one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. Now, one of the other things I bought was One Piece 93. Now, I actually went looking for volumes 91 and 92. The reason being is because I used to collect One Piece quite religiously, and all of the Japanese ones, and I stopped around 81, 82. It was when they went onto the Whole Cake Island. And the reason I wanted to buy some more was because the Viz ones, whenever Nico Robin appears, they've stuck giant numbers in front of her face. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not willing to support that. There's no need to have these giant numbers anymore. I mean, even when you take this slip bit away, you don't get it. You just get kind of on the side. And yeah, it kind of annoyed me to the point that I actually wanted volumes 91 and 92. But I actually didn't see them at all. I saw them in Korean, but not in Japanese. I did see this one, and this was actually at a convenience store. I think it was when I was in Nara or something like that. We went to a convenience store and they just had this and other manga. That's like the equivalent of going to your local corner shop and them having manga on the thing. And I actually had a really nice conversation with someone who worked there, because I think I had I was Nara, so I had a Chopper t-shirt on and I had a One Piece cap. So they're like, "Oh, you like One Piece?" And I was like, "Yes." And they're like, "Oh, Chopper, cute, kawaii." And then they were just like, "Oh, One Piece." And it's like, "You really like One Piece?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." And this was one of the things I really found, that if you had One Piece on, a lot of people spoke to you. Like, I had loads of really nice conversations with people regarding One Piece when I was away, because it's a cultural thing. It's like basically their Star Wars. It's something I will get into more in other stuff, because it was stuff like My Hero Academia was pretty much non-existent in Japan, but One Piece was everywhere, and it kind of feels like the opposite over here, because we are just filthy casuals. But yeah, it was really nice. It's another lovely memory. I also bought a few CDs. In the One Piece Tower, they had a character song album for Chopper. They didn't have Robin, but I also got this anniversary best album. I did have one from about 15 years ago, before Frankie even joined, which had some of the openings and endings on, but this has all of them on. And you know, One Piece was a massive, huge thing for me, so I kind of felt that I had to pick some One Piece stuff up, and this the whole holiday made me want to get into One Piece even more. Yeah. The other one I picked up was the Isekai Quartet CD. I did have this, try to pre-order it, but it kind of went out of stock really quickly, and I really enjoyed it, so I just like, yeah, you know what, it was like 1,000 yen, which was quite expensive for 4 soundtracks, which really was only 2 and then the instrumental versions, but that's the kind of amount you pay in Japan. Finally, for this one, I want to look at this, which is a Subaru stamp I got out of a gacha from ReZero. I was just like, yeah, cool. And I also got this cute Chopper. I don't know what it is. I'm going to use it as a bookmark. It was Stampede related. I got Usopp and Chopper, and I was just like, one away from getting a Robin one, and I was just like, would you be willing to swap? And they just kind of like nodded and put it in the bag and didn't understand a word I said, but I can't complain. It's still a Chopper, and I did need a new bookmark. I did need one. So that is part 1 of my Japanese holiday unboxing. It's probably around half of what I bought. I did buy a lot of massive figures and stuff like that, and a lot of really weird purchases, which I will show you guys later on. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.